those of you who have followed my channel, you may have noticed I have caught BMW-itis after owning a 330i BMW, which I absolutely loved. Due to having a limited time on this earth, I wanted to own another V8. So I purchased an E60 540i, which I also loved. It was turbine smooth, powerful, fantastic to drive, and was rather gorgeous on the outside. Due to the same reasons above, I lusted after a BMW M3. M2 would be nice. After COVID, the price of them has increased beyond what what I can spend on a car. The M cars are amazing, but they do have their issues. Expensive issues, even though I love them. What to do? Okay, so it's not a V8 and it's not an M car, but it doesn't actually matter. A great man once said, you can't always get what you want, but if you try sometimes, you get what you need. I don't want a copyright strike, so if you don't mind, if you can just sing that song in your head, that'd be good, and then we'll continue. Cool. So as some of you might have worked out, I have an M135i. I'm thrilled to bits with it. Not that I disliked my 540i, that was a gorgeous car. It really was. But I always hankered for something a little bit faster, a little bit more exciting, before I became too old to actually be able to appreciate it, I guess. That's my excuse. That's what I told my wife. Yeah, so let's see how that goes. The other part of the equation too was that my wife actually really loved the colour of this car. She also really liked how it drove. I was never a fan of the first generation 1 Series 4-doors. The second generation to me is better proportioned, and the M Sport Extras give the car a more aggressive look. It is after all a hot hatch, so it's always going to be a bit shorter and stubbier, but I think BMW did a great job with the styling of the car. Interior has a really high quality, understated feel to it, and it feels pretty special behind the wheel. The seats are incredibly supportive and really comfortable. Now we come to the important bit, the pointy end. We have a 3 litre straight 6 with a twin scroll turbo, putting out 235 kilowatts, which is 315 horsepower with 415 newton meters of torque. While that doesn't sound that substantial, put that power plant in something the size of a Mazda 3 and you have something which is very, very exciting. Okay, so how does that translate to the overall driving experience? Let's go find out. This car feels much lighter and more nimble than my earlier 330i and 540i, even though they were really good handling cars in their own right. The car turns in quickly and feels so secure in the corners, and the brakes are strong and progressive.
BMW have done a great job with this engine. Not only does it sound musical when it's pushed, there's almost no turbo lag, strong power comes in from 1300 revs per minute and runs straight all the way up to the red line. The gearbox is an 8-speed auto, which is smooth and quick changing. It's so good it almost negates the need for a DCT gearbox or a manual. It's responsive and well matched with the power, and you can use the pedals if you want a bit more fun. As with any BMW, this car is primarily about the driving experience. It is so much fun behind the wheel that I really look forward to getting in and driving the car. It makes even a mundane trip more fun. And here's a really good example of one of my favourite driving roads. So whether you're doing a Sunday drive or something slightly quicker, it will do it in a really fun, unfussed way. Okay, so what about in a straight line? And just in case you didn't get that soundtrack, here it is again, in close-up. So yes, all joking aside, it is rather rapid in a straight line as well. So you traded in your beautiful smooth V8 540i for a smaller turbocharged hatchback. Are you mad? Yeah, perhaps I am a little bit. But actually, I've always hankered for a slightly more race-orientated car, you know, something like a BMW M3 or an M2, possibly even a Lancer Evo or a WRX, something that's got a bit of... It's a technical term, by the way, you can look that up later on. Just, that's what I've always kind of wanted. Now, M2 is ultimately what I really, really like, but in the New Zealand market at the moment, second hand, you're looking at about 3 times the price of this car. Now this car gives me probably 85% of what I want in a car, so it's like I think I'm pretty lucky, really. You know, it's really quick in a straight line. It turns corners like you wouldn't believe. It should do. It's very small, but it just, the driving dynamics is incredible. It has amazing brakes. You can drive it nice and quietly, and it'll keep you, just zoom you around in absolute luxury. And when you wind it up, it's musical. It's really, really cool. Just a shout out to Joe Achilles. He's had several of these cars. He's raced and tracked them. He's done all sorts of stuff. And I've got to thank him for kind of getting me onto these cars, because they are really pretty damn fabulous. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you really enjoyed it and found it informative. I'm going to be doing lots more videos on this car. There should be a bit more entertaining coming up. And I'll be also giving you a candid kind of thing on what the car's like to live with, fuel consumption, cost of ownership, all that kind of stuff. Okay, so, thanks so much for watching, guys. Okay, see ya. Car is, there was something else I was going to sing and I can't remember what it was. Why didn't you? Why didn't you? I did do that. Thanks very much for coming and watching. I really tried really hard with this one. I don't know if it's any good. It could be